My name is TB, and today we're going to be talking about the Life is Strange timeline. Now, I do need to address this real quick. There are multiple endings in each of these games, however there are canon ones too, as explored in extra content such as comics for the original Life is Strange and DLC called Wavelengths, which covers Steph's story in Life is Strange True Colours. While it is a choice-based game and you can choose your own ending, there are canon ones, which I will be discussing, as they have a direct impact in 3 games. But with all that said, let's begin. The first game on the timeline is Life is Strange Before the Storm. This is where we meet a young Chloe Price and Maxine Caulfield. They're best friends who hang out together all the time, but Max has some sad news. She's moving to California. So the girls spend the day having fun, blowing up Barbie dolls in Chloe's room and playing pirates, and wishing goodbye to Chloe's dad.
Oh, that's actually hilarious.
Chloe's dad gets in a car accident on the way to go pick up his mum from the grocery store. This leaves Chloe devastated as she's just lost the person closest to her closest parent. But what really rubs salt in the wound is that her best friend leaves on the day of her dad's funeral and drives off straight from the funeral, which really hurts Chloe and leaves her completely isolated and alone, where we cut to 3 years later to see a slightly older Chloe, now in her teens, trying to sneak into a concert in an abandoned warehouse while getting pants the bouncer, using backtalk to win him over. Trouble arises because after you get to enjoy the little musical number, I'm not sure which artist did that, but after enjoying the musical number, Chloe is confronted by the 2 guys, only to be bailed out by goody two-shoes from her school Rachel Amber and her lovely drug dealer, Frank. She returns home and we cut to the next morning where she has a conversation with her mother as her mother is concerned about her and her stepfather argues with her. After which, she gets to school only to end up skipping and going on a train and graffitiing the train, as well as getting to know the girl that saved her last night. The next notable event is playing a role in The Tempest, helping Rachel out, which is a difficult play, and Chloe adamantly hates it. But all this correlates to the 3rd episode, where Rachel goes to the Vortex Club party and goes missing without a trace, which cuts directly into the next game, Life is Strange. We are reintroduced to Maxine Caulfield, who's now the main protagonist, coming to study photography at Blackwell Academy, which is in her old town of Arcadia Bay. And one day, during her studies, she discovers that she can rewind time. She learns this after a girl dies in the girls' bathroom after being shot. With this newfound power, Max saves Chloe, though she doesn't know it's Chloe at the time. The 2 end up reuniting towards the end of the day at the car park when Nathan confronts Max about pulling the fire alarm as he knew it was her due to her photo. Chloe scares him by nearly running him over, getting Max in the car and driving off. Do talk about how long it's been, why neither of them talk to one another. But after a vision of a tornado appears to Max, the girls have a week to save the town and find Rachel. The next few episodes are gathering evidence, which include not only getting Nathan expelled from Blackmail Academy, as well as going in his room, finding a secret cell phone, and finding an old family estate with a weird photography room. Only for the end of the 4th episode to be where the main character, Maxine, gets drugged, and her best friend Chloe is stabbed. Maxine is drugged by her teacher, Mark Jefferson, a photographer who has a weird fetish for taking pictures of his subjects weak and vulnerable. Max is spared death as Chloe's stepdad comes in to save her, and using her time-travelling ability with photos, she's able to change things so Chloe is alive, and the player is left to choose an ending. The canon ending is that the town is destroyed. However, the ending that the player picks has a direct line to the ending of the 1st and 3rd episodes of Life is Strange 2, as people and places are changed, as I mentioned earlier. Life is Strange 2 has 7 endings, but they can be boiled down to about 4. The first ending is that you're arrested. You're either just arrested and can't get out, or you make bail and your childhood best friend, Layla, comes to pick you up if you have Ranga the 2 opportunities you get in-game. If you do not, she will be put into a mental psych ward and the mother will tell you to never contact her again. The next ending is that you become a criminal. No, you don't get arrested, but you become a criminal and you live your life on the run. The 3rd ending is that you die. We don't know what happens to the younger brother when you die, but And the final ending is that you escape to Mexico, where you can live on your father's estate with his family, free from your crimes, against the US government. The final game in the series, as of time of recording, is Life is Strange: True Colours. Here we meet 17-year-old Alexandria Chen. She's been in foster care since she was about 11. Her and her brother had been split up for quite a while in the system. She's been released to Havenwood, where her brother lives, to go and live with him finally, as he's become an adult. On her first day in the town, her brother is killed while trying to save his stepson, and his stepson feels so bad about it and blames himself. Alex can hear people's thoughts, which is how she knows that the kid feels so guilty. So she uses this to try and help the town to the best of her ability. Something that is done in the game is participating in a LARP, a live action roleplay. And depending on who you choose the love interest to be, either your crush's dad is throwing you down a hole, where you learn that he had killed your father after your father had abandoned both you and your brother all those years ago. Life is Strange: True Colours has 6 endings. The endings can be summarised as lesbians that stay in town, lesbians that leave town, Alex and her boyfriend leave or stay. Another ending is that people don't believe Alex, so she gets kicked out of the town, or the townsfolk believe her about what happened to her and they arrest the guy who did it. However, the guy who did it is, if you've chosen it right, your crush's dad. So he rejects you because you had his dad arrested. But that is the Life is Strange timeline at the time of recording. I'd like to thank Boost Bracelet for helping me not only start my channel really, but get clips and edit for me, and I'd also like to thank Lego Alfie for helping with the research, as he's played all the games and has the comics and was able to tell me how many endings there are and what the canon endings are. So I thank them both very much for that. Anyway, thanks for watching, I'll see you in the next one.